Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new chapter from your book of psychology for class 11th. That is chapter 2, Methods of Inquiry in Psychology. And the first topic is Goals of Psychological Inquiry. What do you mean by inquiry? Generally speaking, inquiry means to get information about something and then finding solutions on the basis of that information. But in psychology, what does it mean? It means to inquire about any behavior or to get information about any problem or to observe anyone. So, for psychologists, the main work starts with inquiry in psychology. It has some goals, or you can say the aim without which the study or psychological inquiry or research is incomplete. Okay, now let's discuss these goals in detail. First is description. Description means writing details of a particular behavior. Which behavior a psychologist need to study, especially overt behavior. As you know, overt behavior is the behavior which is outwardly seen, means which can be seen from outside. For example, study pattern of a child, or you can say if a person is behaving in an abnormal manner, like withdraws him or herself from public or gathering for a particular period of time. Here, description means why he or she is withdrawing from gatherings, or in which conditions he or she feels like this, or can this behavior be controlled or modified? So all these are the part of description. So first goal of inquiry in psychology is description of behavior. Second is prediction. Then the behavior is predicted, means let's take above example of withdrawal behavior. Then in next goal, predictions will be done, means in what conditions he or she withdraws him or herself. Means a person shows this behavior in which kind of gathering, means whether he or she is comfortable with friends or relatives or any other type of gathering, in which situation he or she expresses him or herself, means now it is predicted that particular person feels shy in marriages or birthday parties. Now next, in which conditions he or she withdraws him or herself, those conditions are studied in prediction. How prediction is done? It is done with many observations. With the help of observations, predictions are done. So, ultimately, results are dependent upon as many as observations as possible under prediction. Next is explanation. Explanation means to know and find out causes for particular behavior. Means if we take above example, why that person is showing withdrawal behavior, you can say in relatives and not with friends, means what is happening in the gathering of relatives which is forcing him or her to withdraw, and what is happening with his or her friends where he or she feels comfortable. So here in explanation, cause and effect relationship is found. Next is control. Many times a family member or friend shows negative behavior. So in control, all those negative behaviors are controlled, which are not required. How these can be controlled? These can be controlled by changing antecedent conditions. What are antecedent conditions? These are circumstances that occur immediately before a behavior, means previous conditions. So, by changing antecedent conditions, negative behavior can be modified. In control, both the behaviors, means negative behavior can be reduced and positive behavior can be enhanced. Next is application. Then, after controlling antecedent conditions, appropriate or actual behavior is checked from person, whether he or she is behaving according to situations or not, means applying the inquiry. Now, modified behavior is applied, then this behavior is checked. Main aim of application is to solve the problems or to bring changes from negative thinking to positive thinking. Okay, let's discuss it with another example. A child is attending all the classes regularly. It's a first goal of inquiry, means description. Now in prediction, it can be predicted that the child is likely to get good marks. Then in explanation, what happens? The factors are listed, or you can say explained, due to which particular behavior of child is occurring. For example, what makes child more attentive in class? Why other children devote less time for study as compared to that child? Then next in control, negative behaviors are reduced and positive behaviors are enhanced with the help of change in antecedent conditions. For example, reduction or increase in study hours. Then last, in application, those modified behaviors are applied. For example, if a child feels stressed while studying, then application of yoga and meditation will help to reduce stress. So all these are goals of inquiry. Whenever we study the behavior of anyone. Now, next important point in your book is that this inquiry should be objective and systematic. Objective means if someone other is inquiring about the behavior which I have inquired, then the results should match. We cannot put anything from outside. Whatever explanation, description, or prediction I have made for a particular person's behavior should match with the results of another person also who is inquiring the same behavior. Means I cannot put any other result or any other point from my side. Then if I put, what will happen? Results will not match. So what is objectivity? In which no extra opinion is added. Only real and genuine descriptions or predictions should be noted on the basis of observations. And study should be systematic also. Means it should follow the steps, and neither any step should be skipped nor any sequence should be changed. These steps should always be followed in a particular sequence. Now, after goals, let's discuss the steps. What are the steps of inquiry? First step is conceptualization of a problem. First of all, it should be noted that what is problem? Means identification of a problem. On which topic we have to study? Whether we want to study old research or and try to modify that, or we want to solve the present problems of behavior, or we want to continue with the old theories which were left incomplete. So first of all, we have to search the problem. What is the problem and which kind of problem we'll study? A very important term given here is hypothesis. What is hypothesis? Hypothesis is a tentative statement. It is an idea or explanation which then verifies through studies and experimentation, or you can say through inquiry. First, tentative statement is made, and then this statement is verified also. Maybe possible that in the end, hypothesis is proved wrong. Then, in that condition, a new hypothesis is made. For example, take previous example, that child is attending all the classes. So here hypothesis is, if child attends all the classes, then he or she will get good marks. This is the tentative statement. It may be proved wrong or right later on. If it is proved right, then our results are authentic. But if it is proved wrong, then we have to again change the statement that mere attending the classes does not prove that the child will get good marks. We have to add and we have to study other factors also, like regular revision, follow-up, proper timetable, etc. So we have to check all this. Then after this, second step is data collection. What is data collection? It is collection of information. Information is collected for further study. Why data is collected? Data is collected for making several decisions about participants in the study, methods of data collection, and then tools to be used in the research, and the procedure for data collection. Now let's discuss these in detail. Participants in the study means results are drawn on the basis of what kind of participants we have chosen. This is done with the help of data collection. For example, participants means whether we have taken poor or rich or young ones or adolescents or elders or teachers or managers, etc. All this is a base for ultimate results. Next is methods of data collection. Then how data is collected from the participants. Whether it is collected with the help of observation method or experimental method or any other method. Observation means we collect information by observing participants, or we can also get information by experimenting. These methods we'll discuss in detail later on. Then the researcher decides about what tools are to be used. For example, interviews could be conducted to collect data, or questionnaire can be formed. Then how these tools will be used. This also needs to be administered to collect data. This is the procedure, how data is collected. Then the third step is drawing conclusions. After data is collected, then this data is transformed into tables, graphs, bar diagrams, pie charts, and then analyzed with the help of statistics to draw final conclusions and to test hypotheses. Then last is revising research conclusions. After the analysis of data, if hypothesis drawn earlier is matched with results, then the conclusions are authentic and the theories are formed. And then these theories are used for further research. That's how we can say research is a continuous process. But if it does not match, then what happens? Then again new hypothesis is made, and again interviews are taken, and again questionnaires are made, and the whole process is repeated from beginning, so that new hypothesis gets matched with the results. Clear? So I hope this topic is clear to you. Still, if you find any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.